Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Today, we just got 2K. 2K just dropped. It just came in yesterday. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi was a little whack last night, so had to let it install overnight. But today, we are here with our first, this might be the first video with a face cam on the main channel. If you're not subscribed to the second channel, go check that out. I'll put a link in here somewhere, maybe just like a screenshot, because we got a whole 85 subscribers over there. But if you are into like 2K rebuilds, once the season gets started, then the 2K rebuilds are going to go over to the second channel. Also got a Madden series and an NCAA 14 series going on over there. So make sure to go check that out. It's good stuff. But today we are here, first video on 2K24, and we're rebuilding the Charlotte Hornets. And oh boy, this is a rough looking bunch. We got Melo, 86 overall, 22 years old. He's going to be great. Just locked him up long term. He's going to be here till he's at least 28. After that, 2K's hating a little bit on Miles Bridges. I'm not sure what's going on here. 79 overall. I guess just because he didn't play at all last year, but 79 overall is crazy for a guy like Miles Bridges. And then you got the number 2 overall pick in the draft, Brandon Miller here. 78 overall. 20 years old. We'll see. Obviously, Bridges is playing on that 1-year contract. We got Gordon Hayward here. He is here for 1 more year, and then he is out the window. So my plan is we're going to swap Hayward and Bridges, basically. So Hayward's making $30 million. We're going to try to give Bridges, like $25 million, and he should stick around. BJ, we do get locked up, which is good. Very, very team-friendly deal. Great job by the Hornets there. And then Mark is our center of the future. 77 overall is a little bit wild, but he's going to progress very nicely at 21 years old. We do have a good young group. Under 25, you got Mark Williams, PJ Washington, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges. Well, he's not under 25. 25 and under. And then LaMelo Ball, of course, as well as some of these young guys down here. Kai Jones, James Bouknight, JT Thor, Bryce McGowan, Nick Smith Jr. What a face scan for Nick Smith Jr. I will say that. But this Hornets team, like I said, it is a ragged bunch. Not looking great. But we're going to see what we can do here. We'll try to do 3, 4, maybe 5-year realistic rebuild. See how many, if any, championships we can bring to Charlotte. It's going to be tough. The first year, I'm kind of just going to let it play out. And then at the end of the year, I'm going to try and probably trade Terry. This year, we're expected to not have any cap space, or technically right now. And then after this year, going into next year, we'll have about $22 million. You trade Terry Rozier. Where's that contract at? That's another $24 million. How do you sort this? There we go. You trade Rozier, that's another $25 million off the books. Of course, we'll have PJ, Brandon Miller. We really won't have to extend anybody. I don't think, other than the big one, which is Miles Bridges. And like I said, we're just going to swap Bridges for Hayward. So hopefully, and we finally get to stop paying Nick Batum. Holy cow. We're still paying that man $9 million. We cannot escape him. I mean, we waive and stretch Nick Batum, which is a horrible contract, just to sign another horrible contract. Oh, boy. Hornets management, I don't know. But we could look to move on from some of these younger guys as well, like Kai Jones. That'll be an extra $5 million off the books. Bouknight an extra $6 million. If we do look to move on, I mean, Cody Martin, I would like to keep him around, but 2K is like criminally underrating him at a 74. Far too valuable on the defensive side of the ball to be a 74 overall, especially when he's shooting close to 40% from 3. But yeah, that's what the cap space is looking like right now. We should, as long as we don't make the playoffs, we get our first round pick this year, and we do have the draft classes in there. Ron Holland, Booz Ellis, Justin Edwards, Isaiah Collier, DJ Wagner, and all those guys. Bronny's in here. So, yeah, with that being said, we're going to simulate up to the deadline, see how things are going. Actually, first, we got to make our rotations. And then I'll show you that, and then we'll simulate up to the deadline and see how everything's going. So this will be the lineup, year 1. Melo, 36 minutes a game. I mean, obviously, he's our best player. He's our only 80-plus overall, or plus 80 overall. Like I said, we'll shop around at the deadline, see what some of these guys' value is. Not Nick Smith, not Bryce McGowan's, but the rest of these guys, I've kind of given up. I don't know what Kai Jones is talking about on Twitter, Instagram Live. Bro's going crazy. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and simulate up to the deadline, and we're going to gauge those guys and market. All right, so I did lie. We are going to make a trade, and that is sending Book Knight and Frank Ntilikina to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Shake Milton. I kind of noticed we didn't really have a backup point guard on the team. We also pick up Josh Minot here. Is that how you say it? Pick him up. Bringing in Shake Milton, though, that's the big part of the deal. Like I said, I've kind of given up on Book Knight at this point, so we send him off. If he becomes the second version of Malik Monk, he becomes the second version of Malik Monk. You can't, it is what it is. But Shake Milton will be our 8th man off the bench. We'll get him some minutes. So the Jazz just offered me Lauri Markkanen for Miles Bridges, which is insane. Trying to keep this as realistic as possible, so we're not accepting that. Just know that would have been a heck of a trade right there for the Hornets, sitting at 8-6. Maybe Bridges is having a bounce back year. Well, at the deadline, bang on average 25 and 25. So I don't know. What do we do? What do we do? Looking at the player stats on the year, why is it in totals? Melo, he's having a great year. Not quite as good as last year, but at least he stayed healthy. Of course, injuries are off. So Brandon Miller having a great rookie season. Bridges, 14-6, about 4 block a game. Not bad, especially on 50% shooting. Rozier, 14.5. Oh, I didn't even. Yeah, there we go. PJ, solid off the bench. Good piece off the bench. Shake Milton's been a good piece off the bench. Gordon's all right. Mark Williams, about 9 and about a block and a half. Cody Martin, about 5 points. Richard, so yeah. Team's looking all right. I think we're just going to simulate through, see if we can make the playoffs, make the play-in. I wouldn't totally be upset if we don't, because, again, we don't have our pick. But, bang, 3 straight wins out of the trade deadline. So we're going to simulate up to the playoffs and see what happens. So here at contract extensions, I know I lied. We got Gordon Hayward. He's an 80 overall. He's playing well. Injuries are off, so this is a great scenario for Gordon Hayward. $5 million a year on a team option. And okay, so we get Gordon back for another year. Nobody else here really, except for, JT Thor's not going to come back. Whatever will we do? All right, now, for real, this time I'll see you at the playoffs. So, end of year 1, Luka is your MVP, Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year. No surprise there. Taylor Horton-Tucker went off. Nick Claxton, Depoy, Taylor Horton-Tucker, Most Improved. Bro's insane. The Clutch Player of the Year goes to Joel Embiid. Nick Nurse and the Sixers they're very good. Luka looks a little bit like Dirk there. Like if he had long hair. Anyways. All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team. I don't think LaMelo Ball, All-NBA third team. You love to see it. We probably won't have anybody on the defensive team. But Brandon Miller, pretty solid. Pretty solid year. 16 a game, 5.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 44% from the field, 35% from 3. Very solid rookie year. For some reason, there's only 8 people in the All-NBA teams. I don't know. But we'll take a look here, and we did make it as the 8th seed. Taking on the Pistons here in round 1. There's our squad. Mark and Miles going up a little bit. Brandon Miller going up a little bit. Decent. For the Pistons, 2K probably loves this team because they have 87 centers. But I'm not going to lie, this Pistons team is probably a little better than us. So we'll see if we can pull out a win. So now we will play either the Pacers or the Bulls. It is the Pacers. What are they looking like? Tyrese, Ben Mathurin. So we lose this game. We get our pick. We win it. And we make the playoffs. And we won. So we get to lose to the 76ers in 5 games, basically. This could be good. This could be good for us. Get us some playoff experience. First time the Hornets are in the playoffs in years. So shocked we didn't get absolutely destroyed in that play-in game like usual. But we're going to keep the rotations about the same. It got us here, so we're going to ride it out. We lose game 1 and game 2, but we can defend the Hive. Psych. Yeah. Losing 4. kind of as expected. We'll go ahead and simulate the playoffs. So now it's time to make some moves to try and turn this Hornets team into a contender. The Pelicans are in the finals. Our pick would have been 15th, and we don't have any other picks. So we'll go to the second round, because I think we have our second round pick, right? We do have another pick in the draft. So picking at number 56. What are our trade offers? Yeah, randomness. Any, mo. We're taking CJ Ferguson, 6'11" center from Oregon. He is a 72 overall. All right. Got the best player left. And honestly, any, mo works probably better than Jordan and the rest of the Hornets front office's draft strategies the last couple of years. Going to free agency, though. Let's see who is there, who can make us. So we have negative cap room, but we do have to re-sign Miles Bridges. It is time to trade away Terry Rozier, get $25 million off the books. I'm going to send him to Utah for Ochai Agbaji and a future first. So now, Bridges we will bring back. Gah! 3 years, $33 million. He wants so much money. Holy cow. So Cody Martin IRL is a guy that I would definitely want to keep around. In the game, however, that's just $8 million I can use elsewhere. We're going to package him together with JT Thor. Try and get this $10 million off the books. We'll send it to Milwaukee for Marjon Beauchamp and Chris Livingston. So now we have a little bit of money. Everybody here is either old or wants an astronomical amount of money, which I'm not about to pay them. Let's just make sure we can get Bridges back, which we do. And we have $3 million left in cap space, so let's see if we can make that a little bit more. Who else we got to trade here? PJ there. I mean, I like that contract, though. Beauchamp can't be traded again. So we'll send, going to pick up Kobe Jones from the Kings. So we get Bridges back. He needs to start progressing a little bit. We have $8 million. Melo and Shake. Ochai, we need another shooting guard probably. Brandon Miller, not even an 80 overall yet, which is unfortunate. Guys are just not progressing at all. Not good. But we do need another 2. So who is here for about $8 million? All right, so we bring in Luke Kennard. Honestly, it's more than the Hornets have done in any of the last few free agency periods. So we're going to go up to player progression, see if somebody can finally progress in the offseason, because I feel like this is a solid team. Okay, we got Brandon Miller up to an 81, Miles up to an 81, Mark up to an 80, Ochai up to an almost 80. PJ not progressing at all, which is sad to see, but Marjon up to a 75. So hopefully over the course of this 5-year rebuild, we can get some guys up into the 80s, 90s overall, because I think this is a good young team that we can build around. Again, we didn't have our first round pick this year, which honestly probably would have rather not made the playoffs than make the playoffs. But we'll bring in the 2025 class here, trading Bryce McGowan's for 2 protected first round picks from the Warriors, and we'll advance to next season. So here's the roster for year 2. Honestly, not that much better, but we do add in Ochai Agbaji. Bridges is advancing, or progressing, I guess I should say. Got a couple of guys we need to extend here before long. All right, so rotation for year 2. This is what it's looking like. LaMelo, Ochai Agbaji, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, Mark Williams. We actually have 4 80 overalls this year, which is progress. So we're going to go up to the deadline and see if anything changes. If it doesn't, I'll see you at the... Whoops. All right, so 9 games over 500 at the deadline. What's happening? What's going on? How are we this good? I did not think that, with such little additions in the offseason, we'd be playing this well. But Melo, 25 points a game, almost 10 assists. Dude's crazy. 45% from the field as well, 6 rebounds. Brandon Miller, 19 points a game. Nice little 1-2 punch there. He's up to an 83 overall. Bridges up to an 83 overall as well, almost 16 a game. Mark Williams up to an 83 overall as well. 11 and 11 as well as 2 blocks. PJ finally progressing a little bit. About 11 points. Really the same thing as last year though. Ochai is a nice addition off the bench. Luke Kennard is very good off the bench for us. What's Luke Kennard shooting? Oh, 42% from the field. What's going on there, Luke? Great name, by the way. Gordon Hayward still giving us 8 a game off the bench. Shake Milton, about 7 a game. Richards 4. Beauchamp, maybe we see some minutes for him down the line. Maybe we start to give. That's what I'm actually going to do here towards the end of the year is give a few. We're going to take 1 away from Miles because he's a little bit tired. Take 1, 2, 3, 4 away from Gordon Hayward. And we're going to give 5 minutes to Marjon Beauchamp. See what he can do. Nick Smith Jr. progressing. Everybody's going up. We're winning games. People are happy. Something that hasn't happened in Charlotte since like 2015 with the Carolina Panthers. Guys, we are so poverty. But anyways, we'll see you. We're not going to make any trades. We will see you at the end of the season because, of course, our timeline is in the future. We don't need to make any win-now trades. So we end the game on a 5-game, or in the year on a 5-game losing streak. Very unfortunate. Justin Edwards is Rookie of the Year. Luka runs it back as the MVP. Scoot, 6th man. Mobley, Depoy, Amin Thompson, Most Improved. Book as the Clutch Player of the Year. Michael Malone, Coach of the Year. Brandon Harrison there as a real person. LaMelo Ball, All-NBA First Team. 24 points, 9 assists. I don't know. There's probably some guys on the All-NBA second team that had a better year. But I'm not going to argue it. We had 44 wins this year, most in Charlotte Hornets' recent history since like 2016. I don't even know. But LaMelo Ball, All-NBA First Team, that is huge. And where are the Hornets? What? The 8th seed? Bro, we won 44 games. 6 straight loss. Oh my gosh. We just lost to the Bucks too. But yeah, 44 and 38 this year. Oh well. We're taking on the Bucks round 1. Our team, pretty solid. These two guys are really progressing. So is Mark. Their team, it's the Bucks. They're dang good. They still got their trio. No longer have Brook Lopez, but they do have Steven Adams and Billy Hernangomez. So an interesting trio of centers here. But can we win? We do not. All right. Philly is the 9 seed. Chicago beats them. So we're playing Chicago. I would assume if we lose this game, I will be upset. Okay, good. So now we're in. Oh, great. We get to play the Cleveland Cavaliers, 2K's favorite team from last year. And they have the best backup point guard in the league now. If we win this series, go ahead and put LaMelo Ball into the NBA Hall of Fame. Game 1. We win game 1. All right. Comes back to reality a little bit in game 2. Game 3, they also win. Can we get one more at home? No. Win 2 games. I'm very pleased with this performance. We will take that. That is progress right there. That is what you love to see. And the Hornets will be back next year. You can believe that. The Hornets will be back. We're going to look to make some moves in free agency. The Knicks, oh boy. Spike Lee is having the time of his life. The Knicks have won the championship. If the Knicks can win the championship, that gives me hope that my Hornets can win the championship in this rebuild. We will be very good in year 3, mark my words. Draft lottery, over half of this is just the Thunder and the Spurs and the Rockets. The Hawks end up winning the lottery. We have pick 19. I may look to trade that because we already have a good young piece or a good young core. So we'll go up to the draft and I think we're going to try to trade this pick. All right, so we packaged 19 and a future first from Sacramento for Monte Morris, 80 overall starting point guard, and that now means team player options. Brandon Miller is back. Mark Williams is back. Ochai is back. Everybody's back except for CJ. It was a good run, bud, but you're not going to be a Charlotte Hornet anymore. All right, free agency. What are we looking at? Negative $4 million in cap room. Okay, who can we trade? Oh, that's why nobody wanted to trade for Shake. He's a free agent. Okay, well, we're going to send away PJ and Gordon Hayward here. All right, so we're doing this trade here. Also bringing in a first-round pick as well as Mitchell Robinson. Now we have a... How do we have negatives? What? All right, so we're sending these two guys in a straight salary dump to Houston for 2 firsts. We have a lot of picks now. And a little bit of cap space. Very nice. Shake Milton, Kelly Oubre. Do you want to come back to Charlotte? I want Kelly Oubre back in Charlotte, so this is what we're going to do. Chris Livingston. Bye, bud. You're going to be shipped off for a first-round pick to Boston, and we are going to bring in the sexiest man in the NBA, Kelly Oubre Jr. Yes! Kelly Oubre is a Charlotte Hornet. So now, am I missing anything? We have Melo Monte. That's the best point guard rotation in the league, if you ask me. Kelly, Ochai, and Luke Kennard. Brandon Miller, Marjon Beauchamp, Miles Bridges, and then a great Mitchell Robinson. We're going to start Mark Williams just because loyalty, baby. But Mitchell Robinson is a great backup center. Marjon, we're going to move. This is what we're going to do. Marjon, we're going to move to power forward. Oh, he goes down 2 overall. It's all right, though. And then Ochai goes up as a small forward. So, perfect. That's all we got to do. So, we're going to play progression, see how everything's going. And I'm starting to like the way that this Hornets team is looking. The way that you build teams in 2K these days, though, is crazy. I mean, you got to build through the draft almost. Brandon Miller an 86 overall. Ochai an 83. Miles Bridges, what are we doing, bro? You're making $30 million and you're an 82 overall. What are we doing? The other guys I'm very, very pleased with. Nick Smith Jr., he's not looking too bad. Marjon. So, after going like 30-4 over our last few games, we started off the season first in our conference, second in the power rankings at 39-16. No reason to make a trade, right? I mean, looking at the squad, let's check out the stats here. Melo is insane. Brandon Miller, I mean, that's one of the top duos in the NBA at this point. Bridges 15. Oubre bringing a solid 14 off the bench. Or actually, he's starting. Ochai bringing a solid 14 off the bench. Mark Williams 10-10. You know, and his usual stat line really. Monte Morris good off the bench. Kennard. Mitchell Robinson, Beauchamp. We have Patrick Beverly now. And Nick Smith's up to an 80 overall almost. So we're going to simulate it out. Simulate the regular season here and see how the rest of it plays out. LaMelo Ball is the NBA MVP. Kid's a superstar. 25, 10, 6, 48% shooting. Almost 50, 40, 90. He was a couple of percentages off. Cooper Flagg is the Rookie of the Year in Atlanta. I'm glad we get to play him 10 times a year. Bronny James, MIP. Donovan Mitchell, 32 a night. Ime Udoka wins Coach of the Year. The Rockets are good. But so are the Hornets, baby. Okay? Dang it, I was hoping we'd get a Brandon Miller All-NBA third team. Not happening, but Dariq Whitehead. What? Oh, well. The Hornets are the 1 seed, folks. Insanity. Whoa. What's we lost? This is the same Sixers squad, except they got worse other than their big 3. We better not lose. 1-1. Okay. Close it out. We do. All right. Whew. Gave me a little bit of a scare there. But now here we are into the second round playing the Indiana Pacers. And whoa, they got Giannis. And Brandon Ingram. We gonna lose. Psych. I lied. 2-0. Let's go, Charlotte. Buzz City, baby. Still one on the road. And we are in the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since like 1992. This is pretty much a joke of a Raptors team. We should probably sweep them. Okay, 2-1. 3-1. We're in the finals, baby. And we got some stuff going on over here on the western side of the bracket, but the Rockets do win. Amen Thompson and a couple of top picks from this year's draft. Hornets in the championship against the Houston Rockets. Overall, this is just a very, very well-balanced team. Don't have 290s, but 5 guys that are almost 85 or higher. Very solid. Very solid stuff there. Can we win a championship? We lose game 1. This is not looking good. Okay, we win game 3. Win game 4. Win game 5. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Can the Hornets get it done? It's back and forth. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No! We lose by 2 points. What happened? Jabari had 28, Sengun almost a triple-double. They got Ron Holland too. How about for us? Melo, Brandon Miller. All right, on to year 5. Year 5 is here. We have 2 projected top 10 picks, which is absolutely massive. We get 10 and 12. Bro. But maybe we can use those as trade pieces. I'd very much so like to use those as trade pieces as we approach the NBA draft. So who on the squad will not be here next year? Let's see. Miller and Agbaji, I think we can both extend them fairly easily. Same thing with Mark. Mitchell Robinson's gone. Nick Smith will bring him back. So basically the whole team's leaving. Nice. Bryson Tiller, 75. Wendell Blakely, 75. Or Barkley, sorry. So a couple of 75 overalls. That's solid. Miller and Nick Smith Jr. we're both going to bring back. And now we have... Okay, no. They're on qualifyings. Okay, so they will be back for next... They should, at least. If not, we will renounce the rights on anything that is thrown at them. Okay, Marjan's back. Ochai's back. Mark Williams is back. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Melo at 95. Brandon Miller, 87. Mark Williams at 87. Oh! I see you, Big Mark, putting the work in. Bridges, bro. What are we doing? Monte's starting to regress a little bit. Can this team win a championship? I don't know. I do not know. I guess we're about to find out, though. If things are not looking good at the deadline, we might have to mix some things up. But, all right. We're sitting here, 33 and 21. I don't think I'm going to make a trade. I was contemplating. So I guess they're upset because of their contract. But we need them to put that aside. And let's win some games here. Get that number 1 seed again and win a championship. And then we'll pay you your money. All right? You can get your bag as long as you just, win a championship. All right? Fair trade. Very fair trade. 39 to 24 here. Let's win these last few games. Jokic is the MVP, co-op Rookie of the Year due to men's 6th man. Wemby, Depoy, that guy, Rookie of the Year. All right. Can we make a championship run? Hey, chill. All right, simulating the play-in. Got the Knicks. Round 1. This is the squad. They're both still upset, which is upsetting me. But it is what it is. Can we win? Okay, that's easy. Almost too easy. Now we get to play 2K's favorite team. However, they have lost Donovan Mitchell. Interesting team they've put together here. So we'll play the Cavs here, round 2. 2-1. 2-2. Let's win game 5. Let's win game 5. Oh, I didn't mean to press that. But we are now in the conference finals once again against the Atlanta Hawks, who have Cooper Flagg. What happened to this Hawks team? Well, we should beat them. Apparently not. Apparently, we're going to lose to the Atlanta Hawks in the Eastern Conference. Oh. I guess we should have paid Mark Williams and Ochai Agbaji, because if we got almost a third 90 overall and another 85 on this team, it makes it look a whole lot more dangerous. But oh well, I try to keep it as realistic as possible. And just the Hornets being in the Eastern Conference Finals, much less the NBA Finals, was very much unrealistic. So sorry about that. Anyways, that'll be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, if you want to see more 2K rebuilds, make sure to hit the like button on this video, comment down below, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications, all that good stuff. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.